Whenever we in the Western world think that, okay, we want to create something, we usually start by doing things in the physical realm. So, for instance, you want to create your own company. You want to have your own job. You think, well, I will have to make a CV, I will have to go to different companies, I will have to move things in the physical realm in order to get what I want. And if I fail at that, well, the problem is in the physical realm. There's no jobs, there's a high percentage of unemployment, and for that reason, for that physical reason, I can't get the job that I want, and then I can't get the economy that I want in my life. I want to form my own relationships. I will go simply to meet new people, and then if I don't find the people that I want, then the problem is in the outside. The problem is in the physical realm. Well, that shows that we think from a particular paradigm, from the imperant, from the ruling paradigms. We're thinking based on the conceptions that we were given as Westerners. Perhaps if you were born in a different time or in a different country, you would think different things. For instance, some other people might think in other time and country, in other time and place. Well, the problem is not in the physical sense, but actually in the fact that you don't have enough energy because you haven't prayed enough. That's a different conception. It's all chaotic. If you don't have the tools with which you can actually put all of that into order, you need a method to really put in order what is the hierarchy of realms in reality, so that if you use that hierarchy, you will actually be affecting the most subtle causes, the most powerful causes, that from that point you will be able to create your whole reality. One of those tools, one of those conceptions that we use in the method of magic is the rule of realm interdetermination. Reality, as we have seen in previous videos, is not simply made of the most dense things. It's not simply made of the densest things. We have different states. We have different realms. In order to use those realms, you need to put those realms into a hierarchy. To know, you need to actually understand which realms affect the others. And if you go towards the one that is at the base, if you go towards the one that has the most power over the other realms, because from that state you can influence the other realms, then you will be having access to the base from which you can create your own reality. That base has to be understood based on this rule, which is the physical is created by the energetic. The physical realm is created from the energetic realm. And the energetic realm is not the base. It's simply a medium between two states. The energetic realm is determined by the psychic realm. The base of everything is in the psychic realm, the most subtle one. If you influence the psychic realm, if you manage to have access and to create from there, you will be creating the effects that will travel to the energetic realm, and then from the energetic realm you will be influencing the physical realm in order to create, using also the matter. Physical is matter. We can use several connections in that regard. Physical, matter, dense. The densest things are physical matter. Then, the energy is the realm that sits between the two states, the densest one and the most subtle one. It works as a medium. Energy, movement, emotions, actually, imagination, it's all sources of energy that allow you to have power over the physical realm, so that you can use that physical realm in order to create the results that you want to create. But those results are based on your use of the three realms. And those three realms are following this order that I am telling you about. So, physical, determined by energy. Energy, determined by the psyche. What's the psyche? How can we access the psychic realm? Based on the initiatory teachings of all the initiation masters that we as human beings can learn from, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, Krishna, and many others in different levels, but we can learn from all of them, state that in order to, or teach us to understand that in order to access the psychic realm, the first and foremost element that you have to pay attention to is your word. Listening to your word, because the only way that you can access your thoughts is by putting them first into words. Otherwise, it's just a chaotic mass of ideas that cannot be accessed. The first entry is by putting those thoughts into words. God puts his thoughts into words in order to know what he has in his mind. This is the base logic that we understand and learn and comprehend based on what all the initiatory sacred texts teach us in common. God had to name, he had to put a name in order to create what he wanted to create. In order to access the power of his mind, he had to actually put those thoughts, what he wanted to create in the world, he had to put a name to that. Otherwise, reality won't move. You won't be able to create reality if you don't put your thoughts into words, your ideas into words. By listening to the words that you are actually using and not simply following the ideas of what you think that you are saying, by actually listening to what you're saying, you will be able to access that. Because if you're actually naming things, but your ideas are actually going in a different way, they are going in a different direction, you will be actually finding the door towards your inner journey. Why? Because why do I name things with names that I don't want to use, and I'm actually not listening to that yet, and I haven't listened to that, and I simply follow my ideas? Why am I using words that I haven't decided? If I don't have control over my own words, then that's the entry point, the main question. Well, then that lack of control also applies to my emotions, to my actions, to the things that I create. Learning to unify those forces is one of the main pillars of an inner journey. And the order to do that is the interdetermination realm, the realm interdetermination rule, the rule of realm interdetermination. Learning to understand that order will allow you to actually move forward towards your creation of reality.